So I'm gonna tell my own story of this thing, and it's probably gonna be in well, the comic is coming out soon, so hope you enjoy when it's coming out soon. I'm gonna have to wait to make this comic for a few years because this time I'm just gonna do it on my Patreon account, and I have to wait to be a teenager, so instead I'm gonna tell the story. It's a really awesome story. Okay, now let's get to it. Once Skylar was gonna go out from his house in Bone Valley, and it was gonna travel long ways. And soon he saw that this dog was angry at him. He's like, "You get back here!" Oh, hey, Jester. And he left. And he was so mad. Back here. And soon Jester found out that he was stuck on a roof. And Sky was down below. What? I can't hear you. That's what Skylar said. And soon he traveled his way to this random countryside. And soon Skylar saw this countryside mutt dog angry at the beagle named Martin Bennett. And then meanwhile, Martin Bennett got kicked out of the door and huffed in pain, but in the anger way. And in my own comic, he would say, "And stay out, you countryside mutt." And Martin Bennett was like, "How dare you call me countryside mutt? You should be sorry." "No, you should be sorry. And also take your stuff with you," the countryside dog said. And soon, he wishes that someone would find his true value. And then, soon, while he was walking, these two dogs accidentally hit into him, not realizing that he was there. And Martin Bent said, "Hey, watch it," and wishes something could happen. And he says that the dogs in this town, he said that they were ignorant as mules. I can't pronounce it. Well, then, soon, this newspaper got hit into his face, and he's like, stupid wind! And this Jabbit and Ruby making comics and funny stories that happened in their lives. Read it. He's like, Earth, Trabbit, and Ruby? That's my chance! Gold mirror, you better wait for me, Martin Bennett said. And the conductor said, "Last call to Bone Valley to Clarendon Hills and Gold Mirror," he said. And he huffed onto the train. And soon, this dirty dog hit him. And then this fat dog got him sit by him. He's like, "Brr." He said, "Ow, my poor senses." He's like, "This is gonna be a long trip." And soon his daddy, riding on his wagon with using donkey. He's like, "Yeah, welcome to Gold Marrow, son. Hope you enjoy finding Ernest Chapin." And he left. No, not this time, Spiderweb, and wiped it off. And then he went his way into Gold Marrow. And soon he said, "Excuse me, fellow countryside mutt, would you care to tell me where the hotel is?" And he's like, "What do you call us, V?" The strong dog said. "I just asked you where the hotel is. I didn't mean to say it," Martin Van said. "I heard what you said. You called a countryside a butt," the strong dog said. It's like, "Wait, what?" Martin Van said. "I'm gonna break your neck," the strong dog said. And Skyla, aka Stebbin, said, "Oi! He's too small to defend himself," Skyla, aka Stebbin, said. And the strong dog is like, "You want to take his place, hot shot?" He's like, "Oh, what is this? Is that milk with mint?" he said. "Ha ha, we're talking tough for someone who drinks like a pup." Strong. And this is what the strong dog said again. "Hey, Loco, watch me break his face." And Stebbin, aka Skylar, threw this bottle of wine at me. Just only left these pink scratches, not bleeding, very small scratches. Like, and this bull terrier, like, here, saved me from that strong dog as well, since I've been haunted with him for years and years, he said. "Well, thanks." And seeing the strong dog look up from that thing, like, "You damn mutt, I'll show you," and punched Stebbin onto the door, making this moose-like thing fall on him. He's like, "Grrr." Before that happened, he was like, and soon Stebbin said, "Oh, and I forgot my hat. Could someone... Thank you." Yeah. And soon his female dog said, "What in the heck happened here? I was gone for 3 minutes and this place was torn to pieces. I'll make Stebbin pay for the life I have to." What's that? That was just Stebbin. He's a local nutshell. He arrived in town about a year ago. Nobody knows what he's really after, she said. And soon, Martin Bent opened the door, and Skyla, aka Stebbin, said, "I have a question. What were you really after for going here?" "Oh, I was just seeking adventure," he said. "Okay. Also, I'm an occasional bounty hunter." Okay. Well, shorty, let's explore out here. You must be the local attraction, Martin Bent said. I'm an explorer. Well, let's go explore. And here's the hotel. Thank you, Steven, Martin Bent said. You're welcome, Steven said, and he left. And soon he went in and said, he looked all over the place for Ernest, Chabot, and Ruby. He's like, where's Ernest, Chabot, and Ruby? They have been kidnapped! What? Martin Bennett said. He got kidnapped. Wait, how? These mean dogs had kidnapped them. And he ran to try to get out. But soon, these mean dogs were following him. And he got caught and tied up in a bag. And they were running on the roofs. Managed to get down and go to their boss. But they had to travel a long ways to get to their boss. Their boss was in this cave. And they said, we got them. Yeah. And they got them. Got Martin Bennett out. Ruby said, we're stuck here. Ruby told what happened here before she got kidnapped. After they escaped the devil dog on following them, soon after they got on the train, these mean dogs were on there and kidnapped them and jumped right off the train and got them to the cave and tied Ernest, Chabot, and Ruby. And that's what happened. Ruby, oh no. And he got tied up. And he said, and soon he read this piece of paper their boss wrote. It said, if you get us 300 golds, we will release Ernest, Chabot, and Ruby, and then we'll also set you free. And Martin Bennett was kept as hostage and politely asked if he could get gold. So he had to do a long job. He did it on time, like before he would let Ernest, Chabot, and Ruby down. And soon he got 300 golds and gave them to the boss. Like, thank you, now I'll release you, but we'll get you again. Or your savior, Steven. Okay. And Ernest, Chabot, Ruby, and Martin Bennett were free. And soon, Skyla was, aka Steven, was looking for Martin Bennett. And he said, Martin Bennett, Martin Bennett. And he found them walking. But the mean dogs were gonna follow him. So he had to hide and make his hoot hoot noises. And he did it. He said, hoot, 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 to make his sound of an owl. Which this dog, the boss, said, you can't find owls in a desert. they only live in North America like forests. And this voice sounds like Stebbin. So followed him. But then soon he got caught by Tech. And he ran away and hide. And soon, Ernest Chabot Ruby and Martin Bennett made the hooting noise. The Ruby did the first ones. Second ones, Ernest Chabot. And the third hoots, Martin Bennett. And soon they got caught. Ernest Chabot tried to hold them all. And like, run, run! And Martin Bennett and Ruby ran. Yeah. But soon they got caught at the ending of the chase. But soon they were caught. And she and he were like, Stebbin, save us! Skylar and Ernest Chabot holded them off and said, never kiss again. And soon, the villains were tied up in a cage, and the police arrested them. Phew! Now let's get to some place where we could drink and eat. Because you seem very hungry. As their tummies rumble. Yes. And Shorty. Let's get there right away. It's Martin Bennett. Okay. And Shorty too. Hey, I'm Ruby. And also I was the princess of Pride Rock. What? Pride Rock? Okay, get there right away by train, and soon they were there. It only took them like 30 minutes to get there, and they were there on time and drank and eaten their food. The end.